Nordic people resemble humans, have been experimenting with crossbreeding humans, says David Grush.
What Grush has told me, this is what blew my mind, and what he said that happened with Trump. And I'll just tell you this, and just again, I don't know that, I want to preface this by saying, this is not what I believe, this is what I've been told, okay? He said that the Nordic people or the Nordic aliens are like a few hundred years more advanced.
Giorgiani tweeted that Spielberg is working for the Nordic aliens to do disclosure psyops.
Than
Disclosure Day is terrible, Mark Crampton.
We are, but they're not super advanced. They're not like, he said the Greys, whatever is sending the Greys is extremely advanced, like thousands and thousands of years more advanced than us, because it's doing all the anti-gravity stuff, all the crazy, all this crazy stuff that's very highly advanced. And a lot of it is what he says with the Greys is psionic. So they basically don't have physical.
Okay, this is just so stupid. I can't listen to it. Here's some dude on Tucker talking about giants. Let's see. Or
Timothy,
Tucker, Pierce.
Timothy, I think you also have a particular sort of approach on this, that you tell the story of ancient archaeology, albeit your caveat, you're not an expert archaeologist in that sense, within a biblical framework. How do the pyramids tie into that?
I'm not really sure who built the pyramids. I certainly do not believe that aliens
my God,
built
they got this kook on Tucker.
I do suspect, though, that they correlate to the global system of megalithic complexes that are found around the world, many of which I believe were built in the antediluvian world during the time which is variously described as the Golden Age by the ancients, or referred to as Zep-Tepi by the ancient, by the dynastic Egyptians. Zep-Tepi meaning the first time. And this is the ubiquitous testimony of our ancient antecedents, that there was a time before the great cataclysm when the gods were dwelling among men and were imparting to them the arts of civilization. Everybody all around the world have traditions to this effect.
Pierce is
especially
such
in the ancient Near
tabloid
East,
slop,
ancient Egypt,
dude.
obviously, the ancient Mesopotamians, the Phoenicians, the Greeks, the Romans. In Hebrew cosmology, these beings are known as the Watchers. The ancient Mesopotamian tradition calls them the Apkallu. You have this ancient witness, this, again, from our antecedents, rather, saying that the gods were dwelling on earth, whoever these gods were. In some cases, they were copulating with human women who were progenerating demigods, in some cases giants, and
Why are
that
we
there were
entertaining these
extraordinary
ancient
things
fairy
happening in the
tales, dude?
world before the great cataclysm. Certainly, the ancient Egyptians believed in not just one great cataclysm.
We are not
but
a
several.
serious people.
We're all very much familiar with the biblical account of the flood, of the Noahic flood, which I believe is true. I think evidence does point to the idea that civilization didn't begin with the ancient Egyptians or the ancient Mesopotamians. It re-began. It was a restart of civilization in the aftermath.
Everyone is David Icke now.
Timothy,
Yeah, basically.
what you're saying is that you don't believe they were built by ordinary humans.
I'm not sure who built the pyramids. I don't know. I think it's possible that these megastructures fall into the same category and time frame as some of the other megalithic structures around the world, which I do believe are antediluvian, maybe going back to, circa 10,000.
Explain what you mean by that.
BC.
Sorry, for a native like human construction.
I don't know that we got to
could be.
restrict it, but
It could be, again, the Mesopotamians attributed the arts of civilization to the Apkallu, who were not human beings.
No, I don't think. I don't know. I have to think about it more, but I just wish like the saner voices would keep this in check. That's what I hope. We're being overrun by the low IQ slop like this. It's because I think most people are like dumb and low IQ and looking for entertainment that this is what ends up becoming popular. This is the scum that rises to the top.
And when that second team found them, they found them either at the mouth of a cave or in a cave. I can't remember where, but it was in the vicinity of a cave. And
people just love fantasies.
They were all dead. And this gigantic humanoid was eating on one of them. And
it's more fun.
And they were able to kill it. They were able to take it down.
This stuff's going on.
So it killed the whole first team. That's what he heard.
Right. And it's a bunch of bullshit that funnels people towards Jesus being the solution. At the end of the day, they're all ultimately just, all of this is serving to uphold Jesus as the answer.
And that's what those guys had heard. So maybe that was just a rumor. But either way, the giant was airlifted from the Kandahar region. And so he loaded the giant onto the aircraft, and then they transferred it to Qatar, a base in Qatar. And that's where his interaction with this being ends.
So he was part of the transport of the body.
Yes, and he told me he heard through the grapevine. He said, I don't know if this is true, but I heard through the grapevine.
I don't know if this is true, but I heard from somebody
the
that heard
giant
from
ended
somebody.
up at Wright-Patterson. He said, I don't know if it's true, but that's what I heard.
And he was sure that the being was dead while he was
dead.
Okay.
Yeah, it was definitely
being spoiled.
Seething fedora Christian. Seething over a movie. Let's hear it.
And don't worry about this horrible movie being spoiled. You shouldn't watch it anyway. All right. The broader context here is that Steven Spielberg has groomed you. He has groomed society for decades to embrace the great lie. In this film, Disclosure Day is kind of like the outright assault that all of that grooming was a preparation for. And in this video, my video here, I'm going to provide the counter assault. I've been warning about Spielberg's diabolical promotion of the ET UFO deception for years. And I've been mocked for years for issuing...
Dude, people know it's a movie, dude. It's fantasy. I'm gonna go see this movie. It's not gonna make me think aliens are real. Sorry. It's not the point of it, dude.
That warning about what Spielberg is actually up to with all of this. But then suddenly in the last few weeks, promoting this film, Spielberg began admitting himself that he is indeed doing exactly what I've always been saying he was doing. Spielberg says his Alien movie will leave Christians questioning their faith in God.
I'm pretty sure he didn't actually say Christians, by the way. And this is just as much going to challenge Christians' faith as Muslim and Jews' faith, too, because they all share the same origin story and the same God. But the Christians turn it into like, oh, it's an assault on us. Poor us. We're victims. They always do this shit.
Hopefully a belief system that the audience will say, this is here, this is happening. Another thing that Spielberg said promoting this film, he's trying to create a belief system with it. He says, this is real. I really believe. He has repeatedly said that. This is not fiction for him anymore. I don't think it ever really was in his heart of hearts, but now it certainly isn't. He is admitting he believes this is real, and he is insisting that what he's doing is striving to bring it about more quickly. Disclosure.
We're going to go see what all the fuss is about. We're going to see the truth. We're going to see if this really is an anti-Christian movie.
Self, that is. Let's take a look at this clip here. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear it, but here we go.
Oh my God.
This is a story about us.
This is a story about us, he says. I'll pause and repeat in case it's not coming through.
All of us.
Good morning, Kansas City.
Up against the most extraordinary event in human history.
He is calling it the most extraordinary event in human history. Disclosure.
Wouldn't it be wonderful for people to know all of this is true?
All of this is true, he says. In so many interviews in the last few weeks, he has repeatedly said that. He says, this is me, this is real, this is what I believe. Aliens are a guarantee, he says. He actually said that, a guarantee that they exist. He says they're going to change us. This is going to happen in our lifetimes. And he also insists with claims like that. Yes, Spielberg is exactly the man I told you he was. And with this movie, he's done exactly what I warned he would do.
Oh, I called it exactly.
Concept of the ultra-terrestrial, that these things have come from the past. Like, how are they here?
Ancient Nordic aliens from the past, Atlantean Hyperborean
concept
overlords?
Of the ultra-terrestrial, that these things have come from the past. Like, how are they here?
They've always been here.
They've always been here.
Yeah.
So they just exist, but they exist in a different way?
Well, so imagine, even given current technology, if there was another ice age coming, and we may have 1,000 years to prepare. Would we be smart enough to do that? I don't know. Could we do it? Yes, we probably could. Yeah, and then so another 1,000 years passes and you're below ground somewhere, and then there are the cavemen who are beginning, well, do we interact with them or not? Well, it's an interesting question. Like we don't want to get involved in all that mess because we don't.
Sort of like how we don't visit North Sentinel Island.
Maybe.
You know, like
Yeah.
those people that live the
Yeah.
uncontacted tribe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like,
You're literally not allowed to go there.
let them develop the way they shall develop. Yeah.
Dude, what is this crank doing on Joe Rogan?
Yeah, I can accept that.
Well,
Little frog voice.
If it turns out that there is some activity, that there are some things that we can't
why not
explain that
take
are
over?
happening from deep
Why
in
not
the
help?
ocean,
Oh, they're just
we're
gonna
have to
hide
come
in
up
the
with
bottom
some
of the
sort
ocean.
explanation. If that is
They're
an
so
actual
advanced, they're just
intelligent
hiding and letting us fuck up the
species,
world,
an
polluted with
intelligent life form,
microplastics,
something, whatever it
and
is.
chemicals everywhere.
There's got to be some explanation for that. So the ultra-terrestrial one is just as good.
Yeah, there's
a
an
visitor.
explanation for everything. The question is, A, are we smart enough to figure it out? And B, how long will it take? And both of those are complete unknowns.
Dude, how does Joe Rogan have on every conspiracy kook talking about every kooky thing, but never Jesus being a hoax? How about never even talking about Jesus didn't exist or that the Bible's not real? No, every conspiracy they do is all about empowering the Bible is real. Joe Rogan shamelessly farming the dummies. Yep.
From 1200 up to 1800.
Sean Ryan, every guest on Sean Ryan, Tucker, Alex Jones, Candace, Joe Rogan, David Icke. It sucks. Let's hear this guy on Jake Shields. Is Kanye an alien hybrid? Real serious stuff. Is Kanye West an alien prophet? Yeah, no such thing as low IQ anti-Semitism, though. I love how with Jake, everything's a conspiracy, a Jewish conspiracy, but Jesus. Everything's a Jewish conspiracy, but the Bible.
Here with Izzy and Griffin, we're about to watch a video. These are videos you've made. These are on your Instagram, right?
Yes, these are on my Instagram at Izzy and Griffin.
Yeah, I highly recommend you
Dude,
follow.
the hair. See, I'm telling you, I just got to do my hair like this.
Tons of
This
interesting
part
content.
is
That's
just,
what
like, not
I
good
fed
for
him
social media. You
algorithm.
gotta get
Oh,
the
this
hair
is
like
cool.
this.
We ended up doing an interview. So this one is,
All right.
what's this about? Is it Kanye West?
Yeah, so this one is on
Dude, I
Ye,
sunburned the top
formerly
of my
known as
head the other
Kanye
day.
West, and
All right, here we go.
kind of why this like alien narrative is being like injected into what he's doing now.
Dude,
It
have you
relates
ever
to
listened to Kanye West on weed, bro? Have you ever listened to Kanye backwards on weed? He's an alien, bro. Dude, have you ever thought about Kanye being an alien hybrid, bruh? Dude, I got this real viral TikTok about Kanye being an alien, bro. Totally serious.
a ton of different things.
What, dude? Are you gonna cover up the truth about Kanye being an alien? Oh, you must be a Jew. You must be an alien, actually. 10 years younger, huh? Immediately, 10 years younger. Just trim up with the beard a little bit. Instant clip farming.
Things.
The whole alien stuff is very relevant right now. They're talking.
Right.
All the preachers went in talking about a potential, like Trump was going to expose his alien files. It's very bizarre. I don't know what to make of it all, but let's give this a watch.
Yeah.
Wait, do the volume.
This symbology goes much deeper than most people know and realize. The first time Ye was kicked off of Twitter was because he posted this image, which features the star.
Yeah, he was kicked off Twitter.
Oh, I see where he's going with this. That's the Raelian. I watched the Kristen girl came on and told me about this thing. There's a Netflix documentary series about this Jewish, I think he's Jewish, this Jewish guy who started an alien cult where he was like the Messiah and this was their symbol. So he's going to say Kanye is a member of that cult. Still don't get where that makes him a alien prophet.
This is actually, it's the sign for this kind of cult.
Mm-hmm.
A Jewish guy runs it, and he put the star of, was it Rimfem? Which some people call it the Star of David, mixed with kind of a swastika.
Yes. So this is, the cult is called the Raelian cult. And interestingly enough, they were the first people in the early 2000s to claim that they were able to clone people.
That's right. They had, there's some people say it's fake, but they allege that they actually had successfully cloned people.
Yeah, they were talking about
that.
Yeah, and so what's interesting is like, this is the symbol that Ye tweeted in like, I think it was 2022, around that time when he was kicked off of Twitter. So this is a symbol that got him kicked off of Twitter, and it ties into like what he's...
Hold on. Amalek says Nick had a clip before where he explains how Ye found that symbol online and he just really liked it. Yeah, I think I saw that because it's so like paradoxical. It's connecting the Jews and the Nazis together. That's why he liked it.
Kind of doing now in the alien narrative.
Of Remfam interlaced with a swastika. This symbol is actually the symbol.
Dude, is this guy wearing a shirt that says retard? Dude, that is weaponized retardation, bro. Selling hats that say retard. I like it. I would wear a retard hat, actually.
Of a cult called the Rayleigist cult. This cult.
How about hats that say Christ brain?
Believes that there have been 40 prophets of the Rayleigist alien race, and they are basically these Elohim human alien hybrids that have been tasked with.
It's interesting, this hybrid narrative. I've been studying different religions, aliens. There's always human hybrids. They're always trying to make, even the Epstein files, he was trying to do a breeding program and talking about bringing back Neanderthals. This is real. This isn't like, this is Epstein's emails with pop scientists, and he's sending them money and stuff. This isn't like crazy conspiratorial stuff.
Yeah, Epstein was super into a lot of that like breeding program. He wanted to try and make his own race of people, even like that were based off of his genetics, which he doesn't have the best genes.
Exactly. You think those aren't the genetics we want?
Yeah,
And Neanderthal. So that was really interesting. He was trying to sequence the Neanderthal DNA.
Yeah.
These are like top scientists. This wasn't like me hitting my friend up like, hey bro, let's sequence some Neanderthal DNA.
Right. Yeah. No. It's really crazy. But yeah, the Rayleigh cult believes.
What does that mean though? What does that mean? Trying to sequence Neanderthal DNA? Okay, and
that they're.
Does this mean how are we getting from that to Kanye's an alien prophet? Or maybe it's just a clickbait headline.
For 40 human.
We'll see. We're figuring out the real. We're getting to the bottom of this. We're going deep.
Alien hybrids like throughout history, and that like Jesus was one, Buddha was another one, and Ye believes he is one of them.
Oh wow!
So that's where this.
Crazy, but he's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, interesting.
Bringing humanity further along to.
Kanye says he's an alien hybrid.
Eventual nuclear holocaust. I believe Ye believes he is one of these beings because he has alluded to it several times, including the entire Yandi rollout, which was then scrapped and replaced with the Jesus is King era. This is insanely deep. I do a full deep dive on it, and this shit's super crazy. So, yep.
Yeah. So it just ties in with kind of this entire alien narrative that's like coming out right now. So there was an album that Ye was supposed to release called Yandi. This album never came out. He scrapped it because the entire theme of the album was going to be that he's an alien human hybrid. And then he went into his Jesus is King era where he, became like a Christian, right? So he scrapped all of this stuff. Now, one thing about Ye that's really interesting is Ye does not revisit old themes, and he's always thinking forward. Like, so much so that he doesn't interact with people who are over 30 years old artistically, right?
Really?
So he's always trying to do what's next. So him kind of going back and revisiting this alien theme, because in this music video, Father, it's revealed that Ye is actually an alien. So that's kind of what I was.
Is this an older video or a newer?
So this is a video he just released.
Oh, so this is after his Hell Hitler stuff. So
Yeah,
this is
so-
like he did an apology tour.
Right.
He said he's sorry. They still didn't let him go. I think it was England and play. So maybe go do this alien stuff.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I believe is that
The outer hip drop set.
Him being able to come back after the statements he made is directly tied to him injecting this alien sort of narrative into his stuff. Because Ye, love him or hate him, he's the biggest artist on the planet, the biggest musician on the planet. And what's really crazy is, like I said, he doesn't revisit these old themes. And so what I think is happening.
Okay, I've never seen this guy before. It looks like he's got 600 followers on TikTok. This is the same guy, right?
David Show is one of my favorite artists, and he's someone I've looked into.
It's the same guy. Samson option.
I'm in the back of the car doing cocaine. She's in the front wearing Balmain, and I'm thinking about it like it's nothing.
Is this the same guy? It is.
I'm in the back of the car doing cocaine. She's in the front wearing Balmain, and I'm thinking about.
He's a SoundCloud rapper. Dude, if you're learning about the world from UFC fighters and comedians and SoundCloud rappers, you're not gonna make it. I'm intrigued with this guy, though. I want to find out if he's doing Christian stuff. All right, I think I've seen enough already. I wonder if he's big on Instagram or something instead.
Is something is a psyop when
Jake only finds the most serious, educated conspiracy scholars.
multiple different parts of media are telling you about the same thing, right? So I believe that he is talking about this alien stuff because disclosure is coming, and I think that my thoughts on aliens is I don't think aliens are like from another planet, and I don't think that they're really demons. I think that they're interdimensional, but I think that we create them in our subconscious.
Yeah, our views are fairly similar, you know.
146,000 followers on, oh boy, on Instagram. Christian mystic, pseudo-philosopher, literal genius. Looks like he's doing a bunch of mind control, magic, moonchild. Kurt Cobain killed. Jack Black, Kurt Cobain. Aliens.
Ye is talking about the Mustache Man.
So Hitler said
Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, just released a music video where his face is ripped off to reveal he is actually an alien. This ties into the symbol he posted on Twitter, which got him kicked off the first time, which was a symbol of the Raelian cult. This cult believes that there have been 40 alien human hybrids that have came to visit humanity over the last several thousand years to warn humanity about upcoming potential events. I believe Ye believes he is one of these individuals, but not only that, the Raelian cult has
That would be hilarious if true. I mean, Kanye is so crazy, that's not out of the realm of possibility. More likely, he's probably never heard of it and he just liked the symbol.
Also opened cloning facilities in Korea. South Korea is where the first bully listening party was, and North Korea is where Ye is going to be performing one of his first shows on his world tour. Is this entire thing a massive prophetic warning towards a potential nuclear holocaust like the Raelian cult believes? And if not, what is it? Also, Bianca Sensori did the video for the Father music video. Bianca Sensori's name literally means white censor. Well, it translates to white censor from Italian. We know that Ye is always going off about a certain group of individuals trying to censor him, and they believe themselves to be white whenever convenient for them.
Oh my
so that adds a whole...
All right. Jeez.
Conscious or not, but I feel like it's either interdimensional, more like a demon. You know, it feels like I think there really is something there, but I don't believe it's coming from outer space. But somehow I missed this video. That's just so crazy, though. That maybe could be how he make amends, you know? Because he really wants to be able to perform again. And these Jewish rabbis are saying, no, you have to bow to us. Maybe, okay, I'll go make an alien video.
Yeah, see, and like his entire...
Yeah, the rabbis told him to go make an alien video. Good. Jake might be onto something here. Yeah, dude, what if the... Dude, did the Jews put Kanye up to this video? Let's watch. Jake said the aliens made him make the video, or the Jews.
And hear our prayer, please, Lord, whenever we pray.
2 months ago.
You've been good. I just want to say thank you, Lord.
This is what heaven looks like. Yeah. I don't like Travis Scott at all.
You've been better to us than we've been to ourselves, Father.
Know you wonder where the F he been, but I'm back to life like a EpiPen. SG still in the leopard skin, and check me out then check me in. See this coat, nigga? Bye to my old self. Wake up to the new me. I used to be a world star.
Hey Jake, if the Jews told Kanye he needed to do this to get his career back, they told him he needed to promote the cross and Christianity.
Now I make a new sweet. I used to hang on the 9. Now I bought 2 streets. Cottage Grove to King Drive. Yeah, this life is a movie. Bye to my old self. Wake up to the new me. I used to be a world star. Now I'm making Newsweek. I used to hang on the 9. Now I bought 2 streets. Cottage Grove to King Drive. Yeah, this life is a movie.
It's so annoying. These artists try to do like shocking, weird, eccentric things. Oh, I'm so creative, dude. Well, I'm gonna pull off my thing. I'm gonna be alien. To see this and go, oh, he must really think he's an alien hybrid and he's in this cult and the Jews put him up to it. It's just like, all right, dude. Yeah, this is proof. What other proof could you need? Kanye's an alien. Kanye thinks he's an alien.
Because I look good. I smell good. I feel good.
And you sing good.
And make love good.
Know you wonder where the F I been. I've been going hard like a cracked syringe. I've been breaking bad, now I'm back again. Getting meal tickets, no raffling. You see these kicks, nigga? Made checks off the right steps. More vision than some more glees. She used to be a lone star. Waking up to Lucy's. Bend it back, back in the back. Used to live up in the 7. Now I bought.
Interesting video how it's just one camera rolling the whole time. No cuts, no changing of the angle. Here comes Jesus. Is it Michael Jackson?
OST Luther King Drive. Now's Malibu Beach. Used to be V-Live. Now I'm trapped at the Boot Beat. Yeah. Help us now. Turn me up. I want to say Aaron, but damn, you can't rhyme me.
Amazing. Incredible. Let's hear this theory one more time.
They're fairly similar, I don't know if they're subconscious or not, but I feel like it's either interdimensional, more like a demon, it feels like, I think there really is something there, but I don't believe it's coming from outer space. But somehow I missed this video.
Dude, Jake believes in demons now. Oh, dude, the demons are so real. Like maybe Jesus is like a Gnostic noticer. Yeah, remember Jake says the rabbis made him do this and it's promoting Christianity in church?
That's just so crazy, though. That maybe could be how he make amends, because he really wants to be able to perform again. And these Jewish rabbis are saying, no, you have to bow to us. Maybe, okay, I'll go make an alien video.
Yeah, see, and like his entire show at SoFi Stadium here in LA, it was all like video. It was on the globe, on Earth, like a lot of alien imagery and all of these things. And, I don't know. I just think that he doesn't revisit old stuff. So it just is really interesting because like a lot of the stuff that I talk about and like that I teach people in my videos is a lot of the entertainment industry is related to Aleister Crowley.
Yeah.
And Aleister Crowley has this kind of idea that paranormal activities that happen in reality and in the material realm, they're manifestations of our subconscious. So the example that I've heard used a lot is like a poltergeist. So
what does Crowley have to do with Kanye though, by the way? Wouldn't Crowley die? Like when Kanye was 10 years old?
Poltergeists will like knock something off of a table and it's kind of like this annoying pesky ghost.
Yeah.
But a lot of the people who experience poltergeists are like teenage girls who have like been traumatized, usually like via molestation or something. And so a lot of people like Crowley write that this is a subconscious phenomenon creating itself onto reality. And so the thought is that aliens are kind of this subconscious phenomenon that we're being psyoped into seeing aliens and everything, so we actually manifest them, and then they actually materialize in reality.
So we have to manifest them first, and that's what he was into, this like sex
That sounds
magic.
like he's describing hyperstition and prophecies of the Bible. You're manifesting people seeing visions of aliens the more you talk about aliens. I agree with that. That's true. But that doesn't mean the aliens are real. The demons are real.
Lots of it was based off abusing young kids.
Yeah.
Same as MK Ultra. They abused these young kids, and that's how they were getting this dark, evil magic. And something else, I don't know the exact relation, but Jack Parsons, didn't he mentor under Crowley? And he was one of the guys early in NASA.
Yeah, so Jack Parsons, he was a student of Crowley, and he always wrote him letters. And he actually was a part of something called the Babylon Working rituals, where it was like sex magic rituals where they were trying to basically inject.
So rockets in space is just sex magic rituals. I've heard them do this before.
Deity known as Babylon within Crowley's religion into a woman. So I actually do a video about Sabrina Carpenter, how I think that Sabrina Carpenter is this like moon child that Crowley talks about, that is this spirit Babylon. But yeah, Parsons created something called Jet Propulsion's Laboratory, and that was like a part of NASA, and they were funded by the same thing. I think it's called Caltech.
Also the funding too. Yeah, there's a lot of bizarre stuff with, you know, you think people are crazy talking about it, but then you start seeing all these bizarre questions. This guy's literally doing black sex magic. That's one of the top NASA people.
Yeah, it's super.
He never worked at NASA. Jack Parsons never worked at NASA. NASA is a giant government organization. Oh, one dude was into some weird stuff, so that means it's all satanic and demonic and space is fate and the earth is flat.
Yeah. Anyways, leave what you think in the comments, like, subscribe. People check out your channel too.
Yeah.
Well, you heard what I think.